especially in a day that is quite a big marker in your life, your response should have more power and more oomph. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm still not happy. Let's try it one more time. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It is an honor to stand before you this afternoon for the few minutes that have been afforded to me to speak to you, but I just feel I need to speak from my heart like the most humble Luo has done. They say being a Luo is a calling. Somebody says Luos don't even fail exams, they disagree with the examiner. Somebody else told me that if you throw a stone in Luo Nyanza, the chances are you'll hit a graduate. But if you throw a stone in Central Province, it is a pro box you will hit. Today marks a very, very important day in your life. A day that will forever be in your mind. That even when you get old and gray like some of us, you will tell your children about this day. Even the day we become a university, you will always have your place of honor. That when it started, you are. So your place in the history of this academic institution can never be erased, can never be wished away, because you will be forever known as the ones who started when it was humble beginnings. So please clap for yourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, great speakers have spoken here. You have been challenged. But allow me to bust the bubble a little bit. Somebody looking at me has the potential of being the greatest, and another one looking at me in the same hole has the potential of being a prisoner. Yet you're listening and you've listened to the same speakers. It matters, ladies and gentlemen, what you do with the information that has been given to you. Knowledge is power, but applied knowledge is wisdom. And I pray that by the time you're all living here, you will enter into a realm of wisdom. That as the students who stood here spoke with such eloquence, when you go out there, they will keep on saying of you that these guys are a cut above the rest. But as you go out there, and I want to start by where Mr. Joseph finished, because that was my starting point. As you graduate this day, do not be lied to that you will walk out there and by tomorrow morning you'll be earning 500,000. We have to be very realistic. We do not want to behave like politicians, telling you what you want to hear, but it's not the truth on the ground. Not all politicians, of course. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want a Subaru to wait for me out here. Or I behave like Arsenal fans, makelele lakini hakuna trophy. But now, as you go out there, you have to go there with your eyes wide open. That as you graduate, there is still some work to be done. You, as your fellow students have said, that there's something different. They always say, and even as our director said, that when people encounter people from here, they say there's something different. But now, you are going to be encountered as an individual from this institution. How then are you going to be a cut above the rest as an individual? Because the respect this institution has can only take you to a certain level. And there's a level now, you take the baton and now sell yourself. Many people have had coming to my office, young men and women saying, I want to do this and I want to do that. I want to go to the UK and I want to go to the US. You want the king's palace. Do you understand the king's language? What you want out there, we have been told you are being prepared for the global market. The global market responds to global language, global sight, global vision. You simply cannot go out there with the Lombotov language and expect to get the attention of the who's who's. You cannot expect to speak in Sheng from morning to evening and 3 times a day like malaria tablets and expect UK to wait for you. I want to challenge you. Improve yourself. Improve yourself. Personal development. I want to give you a story. I used to, before I became a global speaker by God's grace, for 8 months, I would stand in my sitting room and speak to an empty space 45 minutes every day for 8 months. At some point, I think after about 5 months, I started seeing a crowd. After 7 months, as I was finishing my speech, and I was telling, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to me. By the way, still an empty sitting room. And I turned and I saw my house help. And she told me, boss, my mother is sick. I need to go and I'll come back. She has never come back because she thought I was cuckoo. Because she thought this man might even cut me to pieces and eat. Because who is he talking to? Because I got so animated, I got so excited. But as crazy as I appeared then, I look at myself in the mirror and I say, who's laughing now? You have to do some crazy things. You have to stand in front of a mirror from today. After you have taken your photos and you'll go and eat and have merry and make everything. But when you go to your house or your bedroom, it's now where the rubber meets the road. It's time now to say, if they want 2 people, I feel sorry for the 3rd one because I will be among the 2. If they want 1 person and there are 99 people, you start praying for grace for the other 98 people to accept the result because you will be the only one. And that's why I tell people you must have the confidence of a Luo man. There's a very thin line between confidence and arrogance. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to step on it. You understand what I'm saying? Have you seen, and we joke a lot about it, have you seen a Luo person entering a place? You think they're the biggest thing since sliced bread. He would walk in and his English, he does not want to use small words. Even when somebody has died, they say they have been promoted to glory. They want to operate in another realm. And that is the foundation of knowing who you are. Kwa Kiswahili tunasema jichoche. You understand what I'm saying? Like I know some of you came from difficult childhoods. And maybe you don't know how much your parents have sacrificed to make sure you've come through this institution. And what you don't know is they look at you and smile, and you look at them and they're smiling, but they did not allow you to see the tears last night in the bedroom wondering how will they get the money. So you graduating is not just about you. It is your parents. It is your guardians. It is the people who are praying for you when sometimes you are being naughty. It is the people who are praying for you saying, God, may my children get to a place whereby they will wear that hat and graduate. So it's not just about you. Those men and women sitting back there, I am seeing grandparents who are here. We have kept them here from 9. Maybe they traveled another 2 hours before they got here. So this is not just about you. It is about the people who believed in you. It is about the people who spent hours preparing for you. It is about one man who woke up with a vision when nobody thought about it, and that's why this institution was birthed. It is about this great man and woman who have come and advised you and have been a partaker behind the scenes. It's not just about you. As you go out there, remember you are carrying a whole ecosystem. You have been brought for a pastor to give you the word. No better foundation than the foundation of God. And that is why you got to be extremely careful. Every time you have a victory, the enemy is waiting. And some of you may go and have too much fun beyond what you're supposed to. We don't want to meet you people drunk and breaking the pot at the door. I know you're looking at me as if you're holy and sanctimonious, but I know what I'm talking about. Out there, every time you have a victory, the environment wants to curtail your victory march. Going forward, remember, it matters who you hang around with from now on. It matters. Somebody once said, show me your friends, and I'll tell you who you are. Or show me your company, I'll tell you where you'll be 2 years from today. Another person said, if you hang around 4 millionaires, you probably will be the 5th millionaire. But if you hang around 4 fools, you will be the 5th fool, exceedingly, abundantly, above all you could think, ask, or even imagine. I want you to know we also have graduates who are in the rehab center. I should tell you, I speak it in a rehab center. And there's one man, all he does is jump like this. Very educated. And I was invited to speak, and I said, please get that guy to join everybody. They told me, no, don't worry, he will come at lunchtime. And he kept on jumping. And at lunchtime, bang on time, 1 o'clock, he was there. And I spoke to them. After he ate his lunch, he went back there. When I found out his name, I now understand why lunch was important. He was called Wanyonyi. But a very educated man who was introduced to drugs by a friend. Guess when? When they were celebrating their graduation. He was told, it is just for today. Every dangerous journey has started with one step. Every successful journey has also started with one step. But that step has been guided by who you lend your ears to. Be extremely careful. Najua nyinyi ni watu yangu mnapenda kula heki. You'll go on TikTok, post all those videos. Hashtag, the eagle has landed. It is fine. It is your day. Hashtag, tumesoma, tumeweza. Wacha niseme, initoke. After that, remember, and you have been told, you are being prepared for the global market. There are lives that are depending on your success. There are people that are depending on your level of discipline and integrity and upward mobility. Are we together so far? Yes. No, are we together so far? Yes. And I'm not trying to be a killjoy. I'm not trying to tell you, don't have fun. Please have some fun. Please do those videos. When I drove in, I saw people doing videos. I even thought I'm late for the graduation. Kumbe ni kama Man City, you think you have won, lakini bado hatujacheza game. I want you to enjoy. Enjoy with your parents. Enjoy with your grandparents. Enjoy with your siblings. Enjoy with your friends. But after some time, realize that the work has just begun. Hear me and hear me good. For 8 months, I spoke to an empty sitting room. The first speaking engagement, I was paid 500 shillings. And then I was given a prayer. I said to that pastor, "Hii prayer na unilipi vizuri." But I was going through a journey. From speaking to an empty sitting room, I want to encourage you. Just 2 months ago, I spoke to 65,000 people in Zambia. Hear me. When you work hard, when you have the focus, there is no way the environment will not reward you. And as you go out there, I want you to have not the chicken mentality, it's the eagle mentality. Even in scripture, the eagle is used. Why do you think the eagle is used? Do you know, ladies and gentlemen, it is only an eagle that can see a rabbit 3.8 kilometers away with absolute clarity. I got news for you. The eye of an eagle is heavier than the brain of an eagle in weight, because vision is key. The problem with people, you want to see. Seeing is for the mind actually, but looking is for the eyes. When you start looking, you look at obstacles. When you see far. Martin Luther King said, "I have been to the mountaintop and I have seen. The mountain top is not for everybody. The mountain top is for eagles. I got news for you. Eagles don't gather. They just meet when they go only where eagles dare. But when you're in a crowded place, you are like that black man in a dark room, winking at a black woman and expecting a reaction. When you are in a place full of in a crowded place, you are now setting yourself for failure. If you're in a place where people just talk about vulgarities, can I speak to the young man? Can I speak to you, young man? Am I allowed, sir? I've been given permission. Hakuna pale mnanipeleka. Listen to me. Young man, this is not the time now to go and show off how graduated you are. A graduate, and now every woman in the estate must bow down. This is not that time. Because if you don't have money and all you have is a six-pack, it is dangerous to have a six-pack with an empty wallet. Young girls, this is not the time now to go and tell every boy in the estate that I'm back. This is not the time to take all those photos with your lips sprouting out. No. You are a world changer. There are some things I have to respect your parents, I will not say. But if I get you, I will tell you. The day your parents will tell you the tears they cried, the uncertainties they had, you got to understand you are very highly privileged. There are many people who have brains like you or even more than you, but have nobody to push them to pay for them. Never ever take it for granted and think that this was about you. I want you to know what has happened to you this afternoon. I love athletics. I once watched Jamaica break the 4x100 meters record. So it's you run 100 meters, hand over the baton. Now, this is what you got to understand. When you started on the first day here, you are like the first guy on the relay race. How many understand athletics? Just raise your hand and wave it from side to side. Yani munajua mbio, you know relay. So what happens with the first guy, his work is to silence the noise of the crowd. His work is to make sure to hand over the baton to the second person without dropping it. And this is how he starts, on his knees, a place of humility. He is on your marks. And then you hear, get set. There are 70,000 people screaming. But he's only interested in one sound. It is the gunshot. The day you came here first, that gunshot went off. And you ran. You know very well, many people try to distract you. You know very well, your phones try to distract you. But you had one agenda, is to hand over the baton to the second person. Those 4 people in the relay race represent you as an individual. And the second person puts the hand at the back, not necessarily looking at where the guy is, but because I trust him, he will place the baton in my hand. And the moment he feels it, he clutches it very well. And the guy who gave the baton does not go to have a soda. He runs a few meters behind him, telling him, you can do it, push it. And when Usain Bolt finished the race, 1 person started, 4 received the gold medal. What am I telling you? This is the second part of the race. You have just received the baton. There is a third person in you, depending on you, the second person, to run the race well, because his hand or her hand is already in position. If you drop the baton, you know very well the team is disqualified. And then the 4th person will depend on the 3rd person. Your character, your value, your integrity must be the same all through for you to succeed. You cannot graduate today very well and next week you become a slay queen on TikTok. There has to be a seamless transfer of the baton. Praise the name of the living God. Amen. And then on that final race, and you see the finishing line and you lift your hands in victory. And there will be a time, and I'm telling you this without fear, you will have to rest from your leisures and your labors. What will you be remembered for? Because there will be a time your whole life will flash right in front of your eyes. Will you die smiling? Or will you die frowning because of wasted opportunities? You are educated, but you did not make use of your academia. Or will they pass by your coffin at that time, and not anytime soon, don't worry. And they said, there lies a great man. There lies a great woman. I've heard that there's a pastor who collapsed, and it is a former student here who helped him. Let me tell you, that is the impact that each and every one of you must have. I want to also tell you, yes, sometimes there's pressure. There's mental health issues. And I know you will wonder, why is it not happening for me now the way I thought? Do not go into the level of drugs to try and soothe your pain. I have seen many people in my office. 4 kids came with their parents. They used to live in the US. And this is a sight that I will never forget. The 2 parents sat there, and one daughter was twitching like this. One son was hitting his hand like this. Another one was salivating, could not hold saliva. Another one was just too quiet. 4 children out of 4 for this couple. And I said, what's happening? He says, all my children are in drugs. Now, listen to this. 25, 18, 16, and 14. So do not be lied to that the world will respect you or fear you or have mercy on you because you are young. The way it can hit me at my age, it will also hit you at your age. But you've got to be extremely, extremely careful. Please, I beg you, be extremely careful. Then, as you go out there, as they see you, they will be seeing us. Because today, if we all misbehaved here, they will not call you by name. They'll say, watu wa macmillan wako na tabia baya. Now the opposite is true. I pray that you carry yourself with dignity, with honor, with love. That when they say that, who are you? Where did you go to school? When you mention Macmillan, they will say, oh, we are not surprised. A parent stood here, I think the fashion designer, and said she searched. She did her investigation, checked everything, dotted the I's, crossed the T's, and she still settled on this great institution. Today, as you are being given your certificates, we are also charging you with the responsibility of being great ambassadors of this institution, that we shall make this institution the most sought after institution in the face of this continent. But your teachers will not go, your lecturers will not go out there, directors will not go out there. It is you people who will be out there. Even as you have fun today, please have fun with an anointing. You understand what I'm saying? No, clap if you're clapping. If you don't want it, it's okay. Speak well. Practice well. I want now to finish with this. You know, I like keeping time so that they invite me next year. PLO is one who says a good dancer knows when to leave the dance floor. So I want to leave the dance floor now. I want you, as you leave this afternoon, go out there with the confidence of a Luo man. Go out there with the loyalty of a Kamba man. Carry the name of this institution with the beauty of a Taita woman. Oh, go out there and be angry at poverty and failure with the anger of a Kisii man. I want you to also go out there and be as brave as a Maasai warrior. I know sometimes things will be highs and lows, mountain and valley. Have the same power of a Kalenjin runner. But please, there's a lot that life has to offer to you. May you have the appetite of a Luya man. God bless you, and thank you very much.
Wow, let us all be upstanding, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Powerful indeed. Powerful indeed. Asanteni sana. And now we'll get something special.